I remember when I was preparing for my confirmation, it wasn't easy as today for our young people. Back then, some years ago, when I was in 8th grade, religion was taught by one of the priests. The priest who was preparing my class was very strict and very tough. He said that he will test us before the confirmation to see if we are ready for that sacrament. If you failed, you would miss the confirmation that year and would have to wait for another year if you passed the test. There were many questions on that test. They wanted us to know all the different liturgical seasons in the church, the structures of the church, some of the history of the church, and also the commandments, like the 7 deadly sins, the 10 commandments, the precepts of the church, and many others. So during the test, the priest would randomly ask you to tell him what the 5th commandment was, for example, or how many commandments are there, which one is the first. And this reminds me a little bit of the situation found in this Sunday's reading. A lawyer asked Jesus which was the greatest of all the laws. There were 613 of them in Hebrew scripture. Which was the most important? And what did Jesus say? He gave a very simple yet brilliant answer. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the greatest and the first commandment. The second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. The whole law and the prophets depend on these 2 commandments. I wonder what my priest would say if on the test before my confirmation I would simply say, forget all of the commandments, no need to memorize them, only remember these 2. Love your God with all your heart, soul, and mind, and love another person as yourself. Because the whole law and the prophets depend on these 2 commandments. I think I would fail that test. We all want to make our lives easier, more comfortable. That's why many try to invent smarter and smarter things, gadgets, devices that will do things for us. We take shortcuts to get quicker to our destination. We try to avoid traffic so as not to waste too much of our time. We send emails and text messages instead of writing letters. Quicker, more convenient. And so Jesus himself is offering us a shortcut as well. You don't need to know and memorize all the commandments, all the teachings of the church, all of canon law and the catechism of Catholic Church. Just remember and follow these 2 and you will be just fine. Love God and love your neighbor. Easy, right? And if you do that, then you automatically, and not even knowing that you are doing it, follow all the other commandments. But as you know, loving God and neighbor is not as easy as it sounds. Besides, Jesus didn't say, love God and neighbor, but he did say, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might. You must love God not only partially, not only when you feel like loving him, not only when you need him. You shall love him fully, with all your heart, not only a little bit of it, with all your soul, not only some part of it, with all your might. How difficult is that? And then try to love another person as yourself. Good luck, especially those who are not nice to you. Can you love like that? Jesus gives us a shortcut, but it is not an easy shortcut. It is a shortcut paved with many sacrifices and temptations, but it is totally worth it. With all your heart, all your mind, all your soul. If you do that, then you will be perfect. Today, Jesus offers you a shortcut. So let's go to work and God bless you.